Harry.
I'm not upset.
Yes, you are. You keep sniffing and clenching your teeth. You always do that when you're upset.
Clench my fist, Burke.
Why did they invite Rex to the funeral and not you, Harry? I mean, you like funerals, don't you?
I do. Rex didn't even know him. I can see him there now, mumbling away and nodding.
You qualify for staff funerals, don't you, Harry?
Well, I thought so, Berkey, I thought so.
It's not fair. I mean, you get an hour off and a free sherry.
Did you see Rex's face when Fletcher told me to stay behind?
It did look a bit red and flushed, Harry.
No, it's always red and flushed, Berkey. Did you not see his eyes glitter when I stood up to go and Fletcher told me to stay behind?
Well, perhaps he was crying, Harry.
No, Berkey, he was gloating, Berkey, gloating.
Did you know him?
Oh, Anderson? No. No, but that's not the point, Berkey. It's attending that's important. Being accepted, being included, attaining seniority, being part of higher management.
I would have thought you'd be an asset at a funeral, Harry.
Thank you, Berkey.
You've got the face for it. I hate them. I fell in the grave once. My Auntie Lil's it was. She was always one for a bit of a joke. What happened? Well, the vicar reached down to help me out. I got over his hand and...
Sorry, again.
He calls, Harry.
Only Burke's mother.
I forgot my sandwiches.
Well done, Carol. Well done, Rex. Little chilly up there, didn't you think so?
Yeah, catch your death. I thought his wife stood up very well.
Well, that wasn't his wife, sir. That was his...
Splendid-looking woman. Splendid. How's your wife, Fletcher?
She's off the danger list now, sir. She can move her toes.
Fine woman. Fine woman. Not his wife, you say?
Well, I don't think so, sir.
Seemed damned upset to me.
Everyone was, sir.
The vicar wasn't. Rattled it off like a tobacco salesman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that as well, sir.
Thought what?
That it went a bit fast.
Who did?
Slow
there, quick home. Standard hearse procedure. Driven one myself. Everybody got a drink? Ladies and gentlemen of the company, a final toast to a colleague, hard worker, man of taste, good friend, worthwhile journeyman. Please drink with me to Reggie Henderson.
Anderson, sir.
What? Oh, really? Anderson, is it? Doesn't make any difference to him now, does it?
Henderson went in 54, sir.
Really? You amaze me. Can I get on with the toast? Reggie Henderson. You can drive me back now.
Yeah, I'm not your driver, sir. I mean, he's in the car park. And, I've been here 15 years, sir. I'm Mason.
Really? Mason? How interesting. Never joined myself.
You brought the wreath with you.
Yes, I know, JF. I mean, I forgot about it. I got so used to carrying it about.
Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
You're supposed to leave it there with the others.
Yes, I know, Jeff. What shall I do with it now?
Well, you better hang on to it. The way things are going, you'll probably need it. Keep it watered. Carol, my sweet. Pour us 2 more sherries.
Certainly, JF.
Black suits you, Carol. Makes your legs longer.
I'll get back to my wreath, JF.
What?
A desk.
Don't you want a drink, Rick?
Well, I thought that you'd... Oh, thank you very much, JF. Shall I ask Harry in?
What for?
Nothing.
Thank you, Carol. Here you go, prettiness. Draw up a chair, Rex.
Oh, thank you very much, JF.
Well, here's to him.
Henderson.
Anderson.
Yeah.
That's all we're worth after 20 years, Rex.
What, yeah?
A glass of cheap sherry. One day, you will usher the staff in here, Rex. Carol will be weeping. Harry will be going through my drawers. Burke will be working on the council. Probably Lord Mayor. What will you be doing?
I'll be down there with you, Jeff.
I appreciate that.
Not at all.
I can't see myself sitting in this chair for 10 more years, eh?
Yeah, well, why don't you apply for a transfer, J.F.?
Where to, Rex? Where to?
Well, what about Henderson's old place?
Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson. Yeah. You know that Suntown lady at the funeral, the one who wasn't his wife, the brown all over one? Well, she told me that they used to sunbathe on his flat roof without anything.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you apply for this job? I mean, with a suntan like she had, he couldn't have been doing much work.
Yes, Jim.
Oh, sorry, Burke.
It's all right, Mr. Fletcher.
What?
I'm Harry.
No, I'm sorry, Burke. I was trying to get Carol.
Trying to get Carol what?
What, Harry?
He called me Burke. He said he wanted to get Carol.
Find out where Mr. Anderson had his office, would you, dear?
Where Mr. Anderson had his office?
Yes, please.
Certainly, J.F.
It's probably Wilmslow and a sunray lamp.
I'm sure it'll be the South Seas, J.F.
You know, you're a very nice chap. Do you know that, Rex?
Thank you very much, J.F.
No, you are. I always see good things. Has life been good to you, Rex?
Oh, well, good home, good kids, good wife, J.F.
Sunday lunch and walks in the park?
Yeah, that's about it, J.F.
Those things are denied me now, Rex. Mrs. Fletcher refuses to leave the house.
Why, J.F.?
Oh, she can't find it again. It's hopeless in the kitchen.
I don't know. I mean, that meal we had with you last April was first class.
Yeah, it was brought in by caterers, Rex, heated in the argon.
Oh.
She served it with the silver paper still on, didn't you notice?
Yeah, how is she now, J.F.?
Oh, she's all right. It's just her legs. The port goes straight to them. There's 2 bottles a day now, you know. One for each side. I can hardly get the car in the garage for the empties. She keeps them for bottling. She makes it herself now. 1975 was a terrible year for me, Rex. I can remember her first day here, Rex. What a child she was. I shall miss you all.
No, don't upset yourself, J.F. You haven't gone yet.
Reginald Anderson, Tradewind Mansions, Plantation Row, Jamaica. Don't let Rex have too much sherry. He can't hold it. Love, Carol.
What was that, J.F.?
Jamaica? Rex! Jamaica! Oh, Jamaica. Rum and balmy nights. Dusky maidens rustling around. Drawing my bath, laying my mangoes. Boys in white coats and white teeth calling me Buana.
You deserve it, J.F.
Thank you, Rex. You'll come with me, of course.
Oh, it would be very nice to run a department out there.
Yeah, we'll get a bungalow in the grounds for you, lay on a few servants, carry on as we do here.
What about Mrs. Fletcher?
Oh, she loves the jungle. Listen, you naughtiness. You desirable black widow. You sexy, silky, lovely. You prettiness personified. Get up on those precious legs of yours and come in here.
Right away, Mr. Fletcher.
Bert, what are you doing on my line?
Excuse me, Mr. Fletcher.
That's no excuse. Ask Carol to come in here.
Right away, Mr. Fletcher. Carol.
Damn thing, I keep getting Harry.
Yeah, it's typical, J.F. When we're out there, we'll have native runners. No more cross lines then.
Oh, we'll come home for Christmas on leave, Rex. Special trip to Harrods for the pudding.
Yeah, we always go to the co-op, J.F.
I hope you're not going to let me down out there.
Just good Lord, J.F. I know my way around.
Carol.
Yes, Mr.
My
Fletcher.
sweet. What is the procedure for applying for a transfer to another post?
You fill in one of these forms, Mr. Fletcher?
How is it you have those forms in your hand at this particular moment, Carol?
I suppose you think I'm psychic?
No, Carol, I've never thought that.
It's very simple. Harry had them sent up.
Yeah, I got that down. Yes, J.F.?
What are you doing, Harry?
I'm sending off my application form for Anderson's post, Mr. Fletcher.
What do you want with a bungalow on the ground? There's only 2 of you and a poodle.
What are you talking about?
Never you mind.
Well, how exciting for you, Harry. We wish you well with your application, don't we, Rex?
Do we, J.F.?
We most certainly do. We shall miss you, Harry, if you're successful, of course.
Oh, thank you, J.F.
Not at all.
I shall need you to approve it, of course, as head of department, J.F.
I'll just put it on my desk when it's ready.
Oh, thank you, J.F. So I'll see you at the party next week, then.
Party? What party?
Well, didn't you know, J.F.? The wives of the applicants have to present themselves at a special cocktail party to see if they make acceptable hostesses.
They do a lot of entertaining out there, you know, Mr. Fletcher.
Oh, do they really?
Yes, Jean's going to deportment and modelling classes, sir.
Well, that is very sensible. Don't you think that's sensible, Rex?
Is it, J.F.?
Oh, yes. We can't have dowdy wives getting in the way of new accounts, getting in the way of the cash flow, can we, Rex? We can't have that.
Can't we, J.F.?
Certainly not, Rex. Certainly not.
Ma'am would be good out there, you know. She gets on with anybody.
What should I do with these?
Fill it in, J.F., you'll walk it.
What?
You fill it in!
Oh, it's no good, Rex. Mrs. Fletcher looked like a retired rugby player. Her idea of entertaining guests is to fall down every 10 minutes.
Complete the form, J.F.
Fletch, you've got to have a wife who can stand up, shake hands, and smile, not practice sliding tackles on people.
Well, in Susan, I have such a wife.
Well, I know that, Rex, I know that, but how does that help me?
You can borrow her.
What do you want?
Can I have my pyjama top now, Susan?
Primitive tribal chiefs lend their wives to borrow bulls to swell their herds.
Don't get upset, it's not like that.
Love, honour and obey. Says nothing about a bit of a lend.
Now, look, Susan, I'm getting a chill.
Good.
Look, be reasonable.
What have you done?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, Rex, come on. What do you think you're doing?
Now, look, let me explain.
You're drunk.
No, it's nothing like that. It's just that Mr. Fletcher and I got a little bit upset at the funeral today.
I see.
So I suggested that he applied for Henderson's job.
And?
Henderson. No, Henderson.
Who's Henderson?
Well, he's the man whose funeral we went to.
Well?
Well, don't you see? If Mr. Fletcher gets the job, he wants me to go out there with him.
Where?
Jamaica.
Jamaica?
He said we could have a bungalow in the grounds.
Oh, be handy for me to nip backwards and forwards, I suppose.
No, it's nothing like that. You see, but in order for Mr. Fletcher to get the appointment, he's got to have a wife to show the interview board. And she's got to be a good hostess, so I thought of you.
What?
Well, all you've got to do is go to a cocktail party with him and pretend to be Mrs. Fletcher. They just watch how you behave socially. Well,
Jamaica. Well, we have servants.
well, JF said 2 or 3.
How about Mother?
We'd send her a coconut for Christmas.
Morning, Bertie.
Hello.
Bertie.
Oh. Going out tonight, Harry?
All the way to Jamaica, Bertie.
You won't be back in time for work tomorrow, then?
I don't know, Bert.
Is it a dance, Harry?
No, let's say it's a survival of the fittest, Bertie.
Oh. You going out tonight, Rex?
Just get on with your work, Bert.
Going anywhere special, are we?
No, nothing special, Harry. Just a drink with a few friends.
Nothing special at all.
Nothing special, Harry. Just a drink.
Going away for one of your weekends, Mr. Fletcher? Carol's not in yet.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Any sign of my application form yet, Mr. Fletcher? I mean, even at this late stage?
Good heavens, Harry, how many more times I put it in the internal mail the day you gave it to me, didn't I, Rex?
Yes, yeah.
It all seems very strange to me,
Yes,
though.
well, lots of things seem very strange to you.
It's a good idea that I sent off a duplicate, wasn't it?
A duplicate? I saw nothing remotely like a duplicate.
I did. I signed it for him as a witness to say that I'd seen the original copy and it had gone through the usual channels and got lost as usual.
Did you, Rex?
I hope we haven't exceeded our positions in the firm at all, Mr. Fletcher.
No, of course not, Harry. It shows great enterprise, doesn't it, Rex?
Does it, yeah?
Oh, yes, of course. Well done, Harry.
God. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just coming in, Mr. Fletcher. Go on, Rex. Master's calling.
Did you send for me, J.F.?
It won't work, Rick.
No, this is no way to behave, J.F. Going to pieces like this.
That slimy toad will be hovering everywhere. As soon as I introduce Susan as my wife to the deputy chairman, it'll all be over.
Now, look, why don't you go for your walk around the car park, J.F.? Just you leave Harry to me.
He could get us both the sack. Suppressing a junior employee's communication to head office.
We didn't suppress it.
What did we do?
You burnt it.
We both burnt it.
No, did we, J.F.?
Oh, yes, we did. Oh, we're finished, Rick.
No, we can't give in like that, J.F.
Why not?
Your wife will kill me.
Mrs. Fletcher?
No, Susan.
Oh.
Where is Harry?
Pardon?
Harry, your colleague. You work here with him. He is taking me out tonight.
Does his wife know?
I am his wife. You have met me.
Oh, hello, Jean. You don't half look different.
Do you think so?
No, not half.
Oh, thank you.
Harry said you'd been taking deportment classes.
Oh, did he? And has he been telling you anything else about me?
No, nothing.
Nothing about my doctor, for instance?
Dr. Davies, the one you keep going to about your nerves, the one with the wavy hair?
Yes, him.
Harry's never mentioned him.
Darling! You're early, darling.
Harry, it's 5:30. We always tidy up at this time.
How long?
I just want to say goodnight to Gladys and Fatty. Just popped in to say goodnight.
What a smart suit, Harry. Isn't he splendid? Close the door. I haven't got any trousers on.
J.F. Good night, Harry.
Good night, Rick. Good night, J.F. Sorry for barging in.
Oh, God. Did you see his wife?
Yes. Must have spent a fortune on the clothes, J.F.
Yeah, we're probably hired. All back by midnight.
Otherwise we'll turn into a greasy toad. Sorry, J.F.
No, she looks stunning.
You wait till you see Susan. All off the shoulder.
Oh, God.
Mr. and Mrs. Towers.
What? Oh, Mrs. Todd. What a lovely dress.
Mr. and Mrs. Lacey.
Lacey.
And daughter.
I wouldn't call it Lacey. More of a shimmer.
Miss Caroline Lacey.
Oh, Caroline Lacey. What a pretty girl.
Mr. Rex Mason and Miss Carol Lumley.
Is Harry here yet?
Mr. Rex Mason and Miss Carol Lumley.
Oh, Mr. Mason.
Other side, please.
Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher.
Evening, sir.
Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher.
Well done, Mason. Well done.
But haven't you got it down? Mr. and Mrs. Palmer. Well, it's written down somewhere.
Sit them, Susan. What does one have to do to get a drink round here? Oh, shall we mingle, my dear?
Mr. and Mrs. Palmer.
The wife.
Ah, Mrs. Fletcher. I don't think you met my fiancée, Miss Carol Lumley.
Don't make it any more horrendous than it is already, Rex. Just keep Harry away from me.
How dare you speak to my husband like that?
He's attracting attention here.
Straight through here, you mean? Come on, Jean, this is the way.
Stick with him, Susan. Ah, Harry, Jean, fancy meeting you here.
Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher again.
All right. Drink must be stronger than I thought.
Mrs. Fletcher. I'll take off my clothes and I'll dance on the table.
Oh, really? Oh, Harry, moderate your delivery, please.
Well, I'm going to find out.
Come and have a bit of trifle, Harry.
What are you doing here?
Oh, yes, well, senior member of the firm, Harry, funerals, thrashers, automatic invite, no problem.
Well, what's all the no card bit then?
Oh, and it's typical of you, Harry. That's why you're not included in the firm's official activities. I mean, you've no idea of the correct way to do things, the correct dress, the manner to carry them on.
I see.
Fill that up again, will you, waiter?
I'm not a waiter, sir. I'm Mason.
Oh, no, not another one. I like to tell you a little bedtime.
Oh, haven't I seen these before somewhere? What a lovely pair of eyes. Oh, the woman is...
Where'd you get that horrible hat? Do you fancy leaving this lot? I'd come in and have a little bit of dinner somewhere, just to do it. Say, well, what is it? What is it? What is it? We'll leave old Vinegar Face. We'll ditch him.
Well, that'll be most agreeable.
Don't you think you're being just a little unfair to your wife?
Oh, no, she left me once.
No, I'm soon going to stop you.
Don't you think you'd like my wife to go and have a word with her, or would you like me to go and have a word with her?
Well done, Fletcher. Well done, Mrs. Fletcher. You'll be a great success in Jamaica.
You mean you're not really drunk?
Of course not.
A company plant?
Oh, don't let's use words like that.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant.
Another account saved. Another happy customer. Want only one or two more to go?
That's absolutely not.
Mum's the word. See you later, What do you think of that,
It's quite pleasant, really. It's very hot in here.
What do you think of that,
Did it have ice in it, eh?
No.
Then what can I say? I mean, it looked like an accident to me. I mean, anyone would have done the same.
I'd like to see you do that to my wife, Brown. Eh, Deputy Chairman?
Yes, I'd like to see that.
Hey, Brown! Oh, I'm sorry. Come here.
And so you see, you've all been spoofed. You packed quite a punch there, young man. Quite a punch. Our drunk, as you now know, was a plant. How is he? Poor Brown. Any news from the hospital yet? All right? Oh, dear. What a good drunk he was. You all took offense from him, except I'm happy to say for two couples. They have what we look for in international rentals: enterprise, energy, sympathy, and company loyalty. Bit thin on the ground nowadays, loyalty. I have a little bit of bad news to offer you. The Jamaican post has now been filled. Yes. My wife's second cousin, Brent, who you all know, has successfully applied for the post and has been accepted. Well, as you all know, Brent is a hard worker and obtained this position through merit and integrity alone. However, to make up for the disappointment I know you must all feel, I have decided to award the aforementioned couples with a consolation prize. Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher. Dear
It's not Mrs. Fletcher.
What? You are booked into the honeymoon suite in the company hotel in Las Palmas for 2 whole weeks. And Mr. Mason and Ms. Carol Lumley, you are to be my guests on the company yacht for 3 weeks while we sail the boat.
No, he's not. He's not sailing the boat. He's got another